Welcome to the Peachtree Morning Show by DCI. It's a wise way to start the day. Hope you enjoy.
Hey, good morning, everybody. Tuesday, March 24th. I'm smiling. We're all keeping up our positive energy with the COVID crisis going on. We hope that you guys are doing well out there. I purposely have not shaved, and I'll tell you why in a few minutes, but we hope that you guys are staying happy and healthy everywhere that you are. We're getting a lot of great responses from people around the world to the morning show, and we've been having a lot of fun. Remember, if you have questions, to send them in to seedquestions@diamondcutterinstitute.com, and we send us a 30-second vertical selfie video. And try to keep it nice and clear, and send it to that email address, and we will put you in the queue, and the questions are kind of selected randomly. And so there's a reason why I haven't shaved, and I'm going to show you a gentleman right here that's actually somebody we know pretty well from Shenzhen, China, Edmund, and he's our good buddy. Okay, you ready, Geshe Michael? I'm going to play it. Here we go.
Okay. I think this is Edmund from Shenzhen, China. Like most of the people nowadays in China, I'm staying at home most of the times with my families. So my question for today is, according to the SEED systems, our parents is one of the most important people that we plant our seeds. However, my parents seem sometimes say they are not so willing to accept what I'm offering to them. For example, they will say, "Oh, we have enough money already. You should keep your money for yourself. You should not do your housework at home because you have been working so hard doing your work." So what is your suggestion for that? Thank you.
All right, now look at that gentleman with the electric Fu Manchu beard. Edmund, you look really cool, and that's why I didn't shave. I'm challenging you to a quarantine beard off, okay? And I have a picture. Here's a picture of Edmund with no beard. Here's a picture of Edmund with the beard. I just thought it was really cute, the comparison. I was actually kind of shocked when I saw that video, and you look great, Edmund. We're glad that you're
it's so good to see you.
Yeah, we hope that Sophie's doing well, and
the kids.
And the kids.
And the parents.
And everybody.
Look, this one, he's a rock star. And this one, he's a movie star.
It's like a sort of a Johnny Depp, Edmund.
But he's a star anyway.
But anyway, that's a great question. And I think all of us have had big experiences with our parents. And so I just thought it was a great question. We're dealing with a lot in the COVID crisis. I'm going to drink some coffee and hear what you guys have to say about it.
Well, I have a bunch of ideas, but the first idea I have is that, sometimes it's a kindness to accept help from someone else. And for example, I'm thinking, let's say you have an anger problem, and you want to do, you want to help somebody who's an angry person. Because then your anger will be less, right? So the first step is I want my anger to be less. Second step? Find someone who has a lot of anger. Third step, help them. Fourth step, be happy about it. And then, is it going to work if you go to someone you know and say, "You're the angriest person I know, so I thought I would do my 4 steps with you." So I think... first of all, be careful how you give help to people. And a good strategy for that is to go to that person and say, "I'm an angry person and I need help, and I was hoping you would go out for me when the virus is over, that you would go out with me for coffee, or you would help me online with my anger and we could talk about it." So I think there's a kind of kindness in the world where you accept other people's help graciously. Maybe you don't particularly need it, but you allow other people to do kind things. Mm-hmm. So that's my idea. What do you guys think?
I think we can take it. We have to social distancing.
We kind of can't do social distancing at this table here.
Well,
Well, maybe this is why you have a beard, It's a less area
She
to
doesn't
kiss.
want to get next to
There's
you.
there's only
I don't get that logic. By the way, Edmund, you're probably going to win the beard off, but I thought it would be fun to watch the progress anyway. I've never been able to grow a beard in my entire life.
Good. Good for me.
All right. What do you think about the question?
So, we can take this question to many areas. One of the things that came to my mind is actually two things. One is to think about maybe I should ask my parents how they would like to get help from me. Maybe the way that I think they need help is not the way that they would like to get help from me. Maybe the help they would like to get from me is more attention.
Yeah, and not so much money.
Not so much money or material things or me fixing the house or things like this, but other kinds of show them affection and love. So, so the first thing I'm thinking is that try to find out what they really want from you, and then give what they want. And then the second thing I'm thinking, when we see somebody that doesn't accept the help that we offer them, it comes from our seed. So probably there is somebody in our life that loves us, that wants to give us some help, and in some way we kind of push it away, or maybe we shy to accept it, or maybe we think we are not deserve it, or we think about their time, So find out where I'm doing it in some small ways. So those were my two thinking. One is to find out what my parents really want.
Yeah.
Second one is where do I do it to other people that I'm kind of pushing away their needs for help.
I think
their wish to help me.
That's really cool because that kind of goes to the conventional idea we talk about a lot about just listening to other people when they talk, and that's I guess I said conventional, but really there's a powerful seed planted there. If the motivation is to want to honestly have genuine care for somebody and listen to what they really want, then the result would be that I'll notice people being more sensitive to what I want. And so, first of all, I think that's a really good tip about just actually being attentive, listening to people, not just assuming you know what they want. And then I think it's really cool because all of us have had pretty powerful experiences with our parents, and Arit's dad is outside of Tel Aviv, and mom, and when we go, we spend a lot of time with them, and we've really focused on that for a lot of obvious reasons, basic conventional reasons, but also to plant the seeds. And then my mom is 98, going on 99, in a place outside of Chicago, still going strong, even after a recent bout with pneumonia. And she's doing great. The whole place is locked down right now. You can't have any visitors in or out. But I spent a lot of time setting up an Amazon Alexa device in her apartment so that we can video call in and out just with the cell phone. And it's the greatest thing for her to be able to see on a big screen the faces. So those are just like some conventional ways to deal with the COVID crisis. And parents at the same time. What do parents need during this COVID crisis? The last thing I want to say is, everybody, before we started this show for the Tuesday morning, we disinfected the table. We were trying to do everything we can. We kind of can't maintain too much social distancing, but we're trying to be careful. What do you think, Ezra Michael?
I had another idea. What was that? Oh, yeah. So I have the similar situation with my stepmother. And I think she's 93 now. Tomorrow she's going to be 94. And I sent her flowers today.
Wow.
And she doesn't need help. And she doesn't particularly want help. And it's not that we don't love each other. We love each other very, very much. But she will just tell me, to be honest, I don't need anything. And then to be frank, it has given me a lot of time in the last 20 years to serve other people. So maybe just thank your parents for you're gonna, it sounds like, Edmund, you're gonna save some time that you would normally spend with your parents and money. And then I would kind of take it as a sign that they're helping you to spend more time and more money on people who need it much more.
Oh yeah, that's cool.
So I think of it, I actually do coffee meditation and think about how happy I am that I made the seeds to have a parent who says, go help other people, I'm okay. So maybe instead of fighting it, maybe you can just do coffee meditation on it. The other thing I'd like to say is, don't get out of the habit of asking them if they need help, because I think sometimes we can take advantage of people who are close to us, who serve us or give us things, and I know I do that. I think you have to be careful. People who don't seem to need gratitude, still everyone needs gratitude, so I think me personally, lots of people help me, like the basics, and I get in the habit of not thanking them and not showing my gratitude. So I think that's important to show to your parents, even if they won't let you give them things. Yeah.
Okay, so here Edmund, it's I think we gave here a lot of
I got
cool
more.
ideas. You have more?
We have time.
I think there's something really important, and that is, okay, and I want to give you some more time too, because I want to be sensitive to my loved ones. Look, Edmund asked a question, and so that means there's something bothering him. And he's trying to use 4 steps in order to figure out how to change that, how to plant a seed to see something that he wants and get rid of problems and reach goals. So if the problem, let's just say, is that Edmund feels like this hurts, I feel like I feel anxious, or I feel frustrated that I can't do something for people I love, then that has to be coming from a seed. And so if that's the thing that he wants to change, then we got to go looking for the simple Ingwall cause and effect seed that he's gonna that he planted that caused that in the first place. So if he's feeling like people don't want to accept his help, the only way he can have planted that seed is if he didn't accept help from other people. I think you said that already. And then if he wants people to be more receptive to him, then the key would be to be more receptive to other people right now. Did I just basically say everything you said?
It's fine, and I like it. And I think it's a kind of joy to give other people things. And I think it's kind of an advanced question that Edmund's asking, it's the question of a good person. So I think we have to remember that we can give other people joy if we accept, like, I don't know, my stepmom gives me shirts. And I really don't like the style,
Yeah.
But I will wear it for her.
Yeah.
Especially when I'm near her. And I think there's a kind of graceful accepting of gifts, and then wear it. Make them happy. What were you going to say?
Yeah. So I think it's kind of wrapping up everything we said here.
What's your personal experience with your dad, though?
With my parents? I mean, I actually, I don't have this problem, I have to tell you, because
they gladly accept.
They gladly accept my offer to help, and they probably would want even more. Right now, they really, they want me to be close. The physical distance is a little bit hard for them, so they would want to see me more. So what? Oh my God!
Never mind.
Oh my God!
What's the other thing?
Never mind me.
Never mind.
I'm using it for the big
This guy
finish.
is doing the Mona Lisa.
Just keep talking.
Okay.
Just distract them from what I'm doing here.
My thing is like, how can I give my parents more? How can I more think that they want from me? So I think for me is the most important thing is the listening skills. What exactly they want. Sometimes people want things and they don't know how to express it. So to spend time to listen and figuring out and watching and investigating what they really want, and then give them the thing that they are interested, because everybody wants something.
Yeah.
Everybody wants something. So your parents, they want something. It's not like they say, "Oh, goodbye, Edmund. We don't want to see you anymore.
That's cool.
Bye-bye. Go home."
What my mom really needs and wants, I think, is just time, attention, just conversation, a nice, simple conversation about anything at all. And I think that's another really cool tip about COVID. what we're seeing is that people, I think I'll save some of it for Thursday, but people are saying what's one of the big opportunities right now in the COVID crisis, because we're all sitting at home looking at our computers, communicate. Like talk to people, especially people you haven't talked to in a long time. We saw people walking around our condo complex yesterday we haven't seen like ever. And I just get out your music collection. I've got like 3,000-4,000 songs, and I just let it play. And I've heard some things I haven't heard in like 3 years. Mm-hmm. Okay, so you guys want to move on to tomorrow's question?
Well, let's summarize.
Summarize.
Okay, so...
Well, my big thing is that become a graceful receiver of other people's kindness, and your parents will change.
Okay, so gracefully receive other people's kindness, and then you will see your parents give
without taking advantage of those people.
Yes, just out of allowing them to plant seeds, right?
Yeah.
And then listen. What do they really want?
What do your parents really want?
What do your parents really want?
Maybe it's not money.
Yes, maybe it's not material things. Maybe it's not fixing their home.
I think your parents love to see your kids more often.
Did you have? Are these all Geshe Michael's tips, or do you have?
No.
Yeah, I combined. Combined.
How about you?
Oh boy, you guys took all the juicy ones that I could think of. But I would say if I want my parents to be more receptive, I would make one small shift in something I've been doing every day anyway, and just change the way I think about it. Like rather than taking for granted that a REIT makes the first cup of coffee every morning, I just allow the same thing to happen, which is really good for me.
Yeah.
And but just shift my awareness, because this is a big place where seeds are planted, and I think about it, and I think about gratitude. I'm grateful for what she's giving to me. How about that?
Cool.
Good? All right, Edmund, I did a little, you got something to say? I did a little bit of art for Mr. Edmund there, just because I wanted to say Edmund.
He thinks he's Marcel Duchamp.
Electric Fu Manchu.
We just feel that you would look better if you could comb it this way.
Well, Edmund, let's see how it goes. I challenge you. I think you're going to win, but let's see what happens. Okay.
Yeah, and we're going to sell it in some kind of auction. See how much money we can get for this art. Piece of art.
Oh, the
piece
art.
Of art, yes.
Please say hi to Sophia, your wife, and your children. Sonia, and your parents, okay?
Okay, so we've got another question, if I can get it up and running here on the phone. Okay, so, guys, tomorrow you're going to be seeing Stanley and Allison again.
Yeah.
And they've got a great question from Eric Poisel in Deutschland. Here we go, Eric.
Hi, I'm Eric from Heidelberg, Germany. I'm working in the field of biomedical research, but I think my problem is something that other disciplines experience as well. So since the world is rapidly changing, new information is coming in all the time. I find it very hard to stay up to date in my business and to see the bigger picture behind of this new information. So therefore, sometimes I feel overexcited because of this information explosion. What seeds do I have to plant to manage this problem and to focus on the most important things? Thank you.
All right, Eric, great question.
Great question.
Working in the field of biomedical research, a very hot place to be right now. And thank you, by the way, for doing that. So you're going to be seeing Stanley and Allison tackling that one tomorrow.
Yep, and we'll see you tomorrow.
All right, guys, have a great Tuesday. Stay healthy. Call your mom, call your friends, get on the phone and the computer.
And do some good things.
Yeah. Bye for now.
Thanks for watching today's Peachtree Morning Show. See you next time.